Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my July-ish favorites. I know I kind of dropped the ball for June because I was moving, but I'm going to go over all of my favorite things from pretty much June and then all up until now, so like my mid-July-ish favorites. Oh, first of all, I wanted to thank you guys for all of the positive feedback that I got on my last video, my Dextery one, but let's go ahead and jump into all of my favorites. Okay, so my first favorite for this month, I know you guys asked me like in my foundation routine video when I set underneath my eyes using my Ben Nye powder. The brush that I use, it's a black and pink Bare Minerals one that I got in a kit years ago. I don't even know what it's from. So I've been trying to find a brush that I can show you guys that would work, and I finally found one. So the one that I've been using, and I actually switched it out to this one because I like it better. It's this guy right here, and this is called the Blush Brush from Up&Up, so it's the Target brand. This is what the packaging looks like. So it's just, it says blush brush, one brush for applying facial color. I think saying blush brush is probably the hardest thing to do. So here is the brush right here, and it's just, I don't know, this isn't big enough for me to put blush on, but I like to use it for under my eyes and setting my concealer around my eye area. And I really like it. It's very soft. The bristles are synthetic, so it's easy to use around the eye area. It's not gonna like stab you or anything. So for everybody that's been asking about what I use underneath my eyes, this is the guy that I would recommend now. I think this brush was $5.99, and I don't know. I know that's still inexpensive for a brush price, but I feel like that still is too expensive, especially for being a Target brand brush. I feel like it should be $3.99 or $2.99, but that's just me kind of, you know, being cheap. Okay, so the next couple things I'm gonna talk about are things that helped me with my move. I know it's probably gonna sound really weird, and I know there's gonna be some people out there that won't condone this product, but during my move and my transition and trying to figure out if it was the right step for me to take, well, for me and John to take, I had a lot of anxiety, and I already have a fair amount of anxiety in general. I'm not saying I have a lot of problems or anything, but I just get stressed really easily, and basically it prevents me from being able to fall asleep. So I know if you guys follow me, I don't know if it's on Twitter or Instagram, but I posted a picture of my Zzzquil because I needed it for a few days because I could not fall asleep on my own. But this is simply just a nighttime sleep aid. They also have generic brands, which is what I'm gonna buy next time. It's similar to when you take NyQuil, and NyQuil just makes you conk out and like you're donezo. For the most part, it did help me fall asleep, and I know a lot of people probably, I mean, I don't recommend that, you know, kids or whatever use this, but if you have problems falling asleep, this might help you. I don't know. So when I was having that anxiety, I was breaking out more than normal, and it was pissing me off quite a bit. But what I used was this little Clear Clinic thing. It is a clear spot treatment. Normally I don't go too crazy on different kind of treatments and skincare and blah blah blah, but this thing I was kind of desperate, no lie. So what I was using, and you could use this I guess if you want on top of makeup or under makeup, but I just used it at night after I took off my makeup and washed my face. So I had like a couple blemishes around this region, and I really wanted them to go away. So I just put, it has like a little sponge applicator on it, and I just put a dab of it on there at night. And instead of making it dry and flaky like I know a lot of treatments did in the past, it would just kind of help to make it calm down and relax because, you know, my face was freaking out. So that was something that was helping me out when I was moving. I know I tend to break out more when I'm stressed and I have a lot of anxiety. So I was pretty happy that I had something like this to make it stop. So the next few things that I have are pretty cool because you guys know I'm obsessed with Urban Decay products. And I went to Urban Decay's launch party for their new mascara, the Perversion mascara, the other night, and I won a bunch of stuff. It was like a big glass box of Perversions or something creepy. But I do plan on doing a giveaway because I have like 25 of their mascaras right now. I'm kind of like getting all my things together for what I want to give away, but I know I'm gonna be doing some of the Cocoa Lashes, I'm gonna be doing some of the LA Girl glazed lip paints, and then for sure some Urban Decay products, and then I think I'm actually gonna put a Blessed shirt in there too, and a few more things. So if you guys want to hear about that giveaway, you can follow my Instagram. I'm gonna be posting it probably within the next couple weeks. I don't have everything yet, so I'm gonna make sure I have all of the goodies first before I post it. But if you have any ideas for what you think I should do for the giveaway, because it will be my first one, you can leave it in a comment down below, because I do want everybody to have a fair chance of winning. So I don't want it to be replicating a certain look or anything like that. I want everybody to be able to play if they're not comfortable, you know, posting selfies or something. So if you have any ideas for me, let me know down below. But I do have a lot of cool new Urban Decay products that I'm really excited about. So the first one is their Perversion mascara, and you guys know I don't really go that crazy on mascaras, but if it's given to me and I get it for free, obviously I'm gonna use it. It has a really kind of fluffy wand, so it is a lot different than some of the mascaras that I use right now because it has a lot of bristles on it. But what I love about it is the color, because you know I'm obsessed with the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner, so now I have a Perversion mascara. And I actually like to use it more so on my bottom lashes because I feel like I can layer it a lot without it getting too clumpy. So I'm really liking this mascara. I don't know what the actual price of it is retail because I won it in a contest thing. But I do like it and I do recommend it, especially for bottom lashes, because I always like to try out different mascaras with top and bottom lashes. I don't know if that's weird or if you guys do the same thing, but I am loving it for my bottoms. Okay, and then a few more products that I have are 2 Urban Decay eyeshadows. And one of them is called Zephyr, and it's a bright white, but it's not matte. It is, I don't know, a satin. But you guys know I love using Max Blanc type eyeshadow. It is a matte eyeshadow, and this one, Zephyr, is more of a satin sheen, but it's not a shimmer, thank God. But I do love this color. This, I'm doing a tutorial using this color coming up pretty soon, and I'm obsessed with it. It is really great to use on your lid if you're doing a cut crease because it pops and it stands out and it like sheens in the sunlight. So I'm really obsessed with that color right now. And then another color that I'm obsessed with is called Laced, and I don't even know what I would call this color really. So here it is right here, but it's a really pretty, like a crease blending color, I guess I would call it. It is a mauve kind of pink toned shadow. So these are 2 shades that are like my must-haves right now. And then I have another Urban Decay product on my list of must-haves, and I'm wearing it right now also on top of Myth lipstick from MAC, which is one of my favorite nudes. And it is this Urban Decay Naked Lip Gloss in Nooner, which it's not actually, it doesn't actually look like Nooner in Naked 3 because that's one of my favorite blending shades. But it is just a really pretty, I don't know, like a nudish lip gloss, but it has a little bit of color to it. So if you're wearing a really nude lip gloss like Myth, this is the perfect color to put on top to add a little bit of color so you don't look quite so dead. Okay, and next lip product. This one I posted on Instagram I think a week or 2 ago. It is the OCC Lip Tar, Matte Lip Tar in Digitalis, whatever. So this is actually my first OCC lip tar that I am trying. I have never purchased them before, mainly because it actually looked like a tar, and I just pictured, you know, my hair getting stuck in my lipstick, which happened to be a blue lip tar, and then it getting all over my face. That's kind of what I've pictured OCC's products to do to me. So I haven't purchased any before, but I got this one, and I do love it. It comes with a little lip brush, which is cute. Is it practical? Not really. I mean, you're gonna stick the brush in your purse and then it's gonna get God knows what stuck to it. But the color is pretty phenom. So here is the color on the back of my hand, and it looks and reminds me of Snob, which is one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. It's just a little bit creamier than Snob. I told you, to me, Snob kind of wears like a matte lipstick, even though it's a satin. So this one is ultra creamy, ultra amaze, and very pigmented. So I do love this one. It does wear for quite a long time. I was kind of impressed with that. And I like the fact that it's matte. I like the fact that it's quote unquote matte, even though on my hand it looks like a satin, because I don't really care for matte shades anyway. But I don't know. I'm obsessed with the color. It's like the perfect purpley pink shade. Okay, next favorite. I guess I would call it a favorite. It's nothing that gets me like really excited, but I need it. I have to have it. Can't go on without it. So many people have been asking me on Instagram or on YouTube what earrings I'm wearing. So these guys right here, they are not real. If these earrings were real, they'd probably be like $100,000. So I don't have that kind of money. But these earrings are from Target. They are the sterling silver cubic zirconia, that's my kind of stone, earrings. And so I have the bigger ones in on the bottom, but the smaller ones are in here too. I typically don't wear smaller ones. I just wear this and that's it. I never switch out my earrings ever. I just had to buy these again last week because John vacuumed up one of my earrings when we were moving. But these are $24.99 sterling silver. They are nickel free because I'm allergic to nickel. If I wear nickel, my face will explode. Okay, so my next two favorite things, I'm gonna give you two different alternatives here. So in my Sephora haul, I talked to you guys about how I got the Sephora brand smoothing and brightening concealer, and the shade that I got was light, which is number 2. So the first thing, I love this stuff. I definitely want to rebuy it or repurchase it. I have a couple problems with it though. So first thing, I hate this packaging. I think it's so stupid. I don't know why anybody does this. I mean, I guess there are people, there has to be people that actually like it. So that's one thing I don't like about it. Second thing I don't like about it is that I think it was like $16 or $17. That should not be the price. It should be like 8 or 9 tops probably. But what I love about it is I love the formula because it's really lightweight, and I love the color because it is more on the yellow side. I always try and find drugstore concealers that I like that I could use for highlighting. By the way, I only use this for highlighting, not as an actual concealer. So it's really hard to find one that's yellow enough and not really beige. But I do love the color of this one because it is more on the yellow side. So here is the Sephora one over here. I don't want to waste it, but I want to show you what it looks like. So here's the Sephora one over here. It is brightening. It is really pretty, especially when I put it on top of, I wear it on top of Studio Fix to do actual highlighting. And I really like the way that it comes out because it is very lightweight, but it still has that brightening thing to it. And then another one that I got to try out for you guys is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous one. And this is shade light also. And I do like this one. I used it on half my face today. I think I used it on this half. I'm sure you can't tell a difference. My only issue with it is the color because I feel like it's still just a dash too pinky and beigey, but I still do like it. So here it is on the other side, and it is a lot lighter than the Sephora one. So here is the CoverGirl one, the Ready Set Gorgeous in light, and then here is the Sephora, right? Yeah, so here is the Sephora one on the other side. I think this was like $5 or $6.99. I got this at Walmart also when I got the hard candy stuff. So I do like it. If you have skin that's a little bit more fair, I would definitely try this out for doing any highlighting. It actually does work pretty well as a concealer. I used it on my sister-in-law underneath her eyes. She's like an NC 15 skin tone, and it did cover up her under eye circles, although she doesn't have any at all pretty much, but it still looked really nice underneath her eyes. So I do recommend it if you have fairer skin tone, this color. If you're comfortable spending $16 or $17, I would definitely recommend this one, even though I hate the price, I hate the packaging. That's how much I love what's in here. Okay, next thing. I feel like I think I'm talking about like too much stuff. Next thing that I have, I got 2 or 3 months ago, and it's just kind of been chilling in my vanity. And I finally figured out why I never used it. So this is the Nars Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder, and it's the pressed one. Normally I get loose, and I decided to switch it up, and I got the pressed one, and I instantly regretted it, but I didn't want to be one of those people that returns something, even though I do sometimes. I just didn't feel like it. And the reason being because you put your brush on it and nothing comes off, and then I started reading all the reviews for it, and people said, I guess it's like a baked product or something, but you have to scratch off the top layer. So I don't know if you can see here, but I had to scratch off the top layer, and once I did, I was like, oh, that's actually really nice. So I've been using it underneath my eyes with a small brush. I think I use the Bare Minerals blush brush, which is like teensy. But I've been using it around my eyes instead of the Ben Nye powder, and I enjoy it. The only thing I don't like about this, it was 35 bucks. Will I repurchase it? I don't know. I don't love it that much. I think I would, if I was you and you want to get a setting powder, I would definitely recommend getting the loose one, probably not the pressed, because you have to scratch off a layer, which why would you want to do that? It's something brand new that costs you 35 bucks. But I do like the powder. It is really pretty. It has a nice finish. You can use it all over your face if you want. If you like something a little bit more luminous, I would definitely recommend using this stuff right here. Okay, I think I'm all done with makeup now. Okay, so this is kind of weird, but I've been using this for years now. And if they get rid of this scent, honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do because, so this is deodorant. This is a Degree deodorant. And all through high school and college, I wondered, why do women's deodorant smell so bad? I don't know what it is. Like, I don't want to smell like a baby. I don't want to smell like cotton fields. I don't want to smell like an apple orchard, okay? I just want to smell nice. I got really frustrated with it and I started using men's deodorant. So I was using men's deodorant for quite a while. And then I found this stuff right here, which is, the scent is Sexy Intrigue, which, yeah, I want to smell sexy, and it smells so good. So I hate the Powder Fresh scent. My mom uses it, and I don't know why. I know a lot of people obviously must love it because I think every single brand carries the Powder Fresh scent, but I cannot stand it. So this is one that I really like. I'm not really a sweater though, so if people want to know if this brand is actually that good, I could not wear deodorant. I just do it because it makes me feel better. But I'm not really that much of a sweater, so I don't know. I sweat out of like my head, which is weird, I know. Okay, next thing that I got a couple weeks ago, but I've really been liking it. Actually, it's kind of one of those things where I don't know, but I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to have a discussion with you guys. So it's the Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant, and that's it. Oh, Vitalizing Body Gel Oil. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but I talked to you about my MAC Supercharged Gel Moisturizer that I used on my face, and I was like, oh my god, if I could have a gel moisturizer for the rest of my body, I would be the happiest person on the planet. So I saw this, and you know, I tested a little dot, not gonna lie, at the store, and I don't care for the smell of cocoa butter, but once I rubbed it into my skin, it kind of dissipated. It went away for the most part. So I wanted to try a gel or an oil. I wanted to use an oil, but the oil smelled too strong. So I got this, and I do like it, but there is a warning on here. If you don't like oily, or if your skin won't absorb it, I do not recommend getting it. My mom bought it too, and she would not stop complaining about it like all day long. Also, I would not recommend putting this on like right before you're about to get dressed, but it takes me a solid hour and a half to get ready. So after I get out of the shower, I put it on my legs, I put it on my arms, like a tiny, tiny dime-sized amount. And then I am in my t-shirt time, so I usually just wear a baggy t-shirt while I'm getting ready. And then it kind of absorbs into my skin. But even now, which was about 5 hours ago, it still feels a little bit, not greasy, but I can still feel it there. But I don't know. I really like it. My mom hates it. Actually, I don't think she decided if she hates it or not yet, but the smell is really subtle, so I'm okay with that. But if you have really dry skin, like in your legs or your elbows, your little weenus or whatever, I recommend trying this out. You might not like it though, so if you don't like that greasy feeling, I would stay away. Anyway, that wraps up my June-ish, July-ish favorites video. I'm sorry I missed last month. I'm definitely gonna stay more on track now. Also, I do plan on doing a house tour, even though you can kind of see it behind me right now, once I get everything here. I'm still waiting on my couch to get here because apparently Z Gallery has like a 5-year lead time on couches, so I had to wait 8 to 10 weeks, so I have a few more weeks to wait before I actually get my couch. I did paint the walls since my last video, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. It looks very purple in here. It was supposed to be a dove gray, and now it looks kind of like a periwinkle purpley color. So I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, I will be doing a house tour once I get everything all set up and I get the rest of my furniture in here because it looks kind of bootsy right now. But yeah, I have a house tour coming up. I have lots more hair videos coming up, so that way I can do that. And then, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.